I'm on this Murdock Trail, runs along Highway 189, headed up to Heber City. And I believe I've found a place I'll be able to camp tonight right off this trail. I'm gonna take that footpath back in there a ways, and that mountain is blocking the sun. It's just perfect. I guess I don't want to get too close to that mountain there in case of a rock slide. Some kind of a structure up here on that mountain. I'll just go over this way behind those trees, I think. There's plenty of rock slide here. This first trailhead on the Murdock Trail going west from Orem, it was full of cars at 6 o'clock this morning. This is the same trail I took yesterday evening out here a couple miles to camp. I'm having to stick around here in Orem, camping in the same spot if I'm lucky. Until Thursday. Until Sunday. This is Thursday night right now. I'm waiting on an Amazon package. I broke my rear pannier rack. The aluminum leg snapped right in half. Got a new pannier rack coming into the Amazon locker here on Sunday. So this is the Murdock Trail, Highway 89. Or maybe that's 189 right over there. We're actually right in the mountains here. I wanted to point out this trail. You can see the yellow line there. This is one of those confusing trails. And it's not like they made them all the same around here. They made this one different from most of them. I had to cut there for a minute for jogger and a cyclist. This is one of those confusing trails. Everything on this side of the yellow line walks. That's for walking and jogging, walking your dog, whatever, in both directions. No rhyme or reason to that part. Anyway, on the other side of the yellow line is for cyclists in both directions. So you've got people that are abiding by that and people that are used to doing it the regular way, I call it, which is everything stay to the right, pass on the left when it's safe to pass, and pass on the left when it's safe to pass, and single out when it's necessary to single out. But this is one of those confusing bike trails. And the only other one that I know of that I've been on in the country is in Pinellas County, Florida. They have it the same way. And I see them, they're just all over the place here. And instead of just stay to the right, pass on the left, just like you do on the highway. They just got it all confused. I want to show everybody on my tent pole here. You see this wrapping on here? That is nylon sewing thread. I carry a spool of nylon thread, black in color. I have for years, for many repairs, sewing and so forth. I carry a few little small upholstery needles from Walmart. But this is where, when what they call the female end of your tent pole splits, if it doesn't break completely, then you wrap that end with nylon thread, and you use, the best way to learn to do that is to go to YouTube and see how they wrap eyelets onto a fishing rod. And you use the same method there. You can put some clear coating over it, like clear fingernail polish, because that's real lacquer, you know. But you wrap that female end with the nylon thread, and each time you go around there, it just super strengthen it. I'll show you my little camping stool here before it gets dark. I can't fold it down with one hand, but while I'm holding the camera. This is actually an Army. It was designed originally for the Army, but it's now sold as a Coleman event stool. It weighs a little bit for bike touring. It probably weighs 2.5 pounds, but it's super handy, especially at my age. And I was talking about hygiene in earlier videos about how I bleach my feet every night. I wash my hair every night. I carry two bottles of water for that purpose. One's a 24-ounce bottle, and the other one's a 28-ounce Powerade bottle. I carry those and put warm water in them, or let them get in the sun enough to warm the water up. And I also wanted to show you I carry a toothbrush in my pocket at all times. It's been cut off short, so you don't have to be a slouch just because you're touring and camping out all the time. I'm on a very rocky surface here. You see all the rocks. I took some of the rocks off of the top, but they go down so deep. So I'm on a pretty rocky surface. But because I buy good equipment, I have this Thermarest. I think this is the Ridgecrest pad. So I don't feel those rocks at all after cleaning it up just a little bit. It's a very good pad. And I'll try to think of something else to show you here. Since I've got so much time on my hand waiting for Amazon delivery on Sunday, I do carry a full-size pump, floor pump. This one only has a Schrader valve head on it because I didn't think to get one with both a Schrader and a Presto valve. Sometimes I find riders out there on the road that those high-end bicycles that have a flat tire, and they trying to air it up with one of those little mini pumps, and I used to help them out with my pump, but most of them's got Presto valves, so I'm not able to help them like I used to. I don't know if we can see here. Can't see where my pannier rack broke today without taking it apart here, but I did have to take my fender off. There's my fender laying down on the ground. I had to drop the pannier rack down low enough that the fender was dragging the tire. So until I get my new pannier rack on, I have to haul my fender around up on the top of my bike here. I think that's about all I was going to show for now. I do carry a DEET mosquito repellent all the time. I'm usually carrying, that's my bleach, but I'm usually carrying a bottle of Tide. Yep, I got a bottle of Tide there for my laundry. I use a whole bottle, do a good job. Of course, I have my bear spray in here. And then my toiletry bag and wipes go in the same left front pannier. My right front pannier is tools, and boy do I carry a lot of tools. And I've got my lubricants and tools and parts and stuff in that right front pannier. Then my right rear pannier back here, I've got my spoon and my fork, my can opener, Army type can opener. And this side has mostly my winter gear and jackets, merino sweaters, and water. And then in my left rear pannier here is my clothes, my shorts and jerseys and socks, my food bag, my dirty laundry bag, and the paper towels I usually carry in various places depending on where I've got some space at the time. And then I have this foam pad here that I picked up at Walmart. I'm not crazy about this foam pad. It works pretty good, but the reason I'm not so crazy about it, and I see it's kind of thick, and I put that there by my stool, and I put my feet on there when I'm washing my feet and when I'm getting dressed in the morning. But what I used to use that I liked better is these Thermarest pads are longer than what I need. So I cut off about 8 inches off of the end of those, and that's what I usually use for a foot pad. And this one's been cut. I cut the 8-inch piece off, but I lost it. I left it behind somewhere. That's why I had to buy this cheapy little thing from Walmart until I need a new Thermarest pad. Then I'll cut another section off of it. So I guess that's enough rambling before I get my bath and settle down for the night. I slept really good out here last night. 2 or 3 people came through. I heard sounded like a couple of male voices and a female voice and a dog. The dog was barking. I thought it was Coyote, the first bark there, and I yelled, "Get out of here!" And then one of the guys yelled, "Hello." I didn't say anything else, and as the dog barked again, I knew it was a dog and not a coyote, but I had heard coyotes from somewhere out there near the highway, the loudest I have ever heard coyotes before. I've been where I've heard coyotes all the way around me, 180 degrees, but these were just in one spot, but they were the loudest I've ever heard. And then there's something out here that's I'm used to, what do they call them? I was trying to say cicadas, making so much noise. I don't think that's what's out here, but whatever it is really super loud. I'm used to all that back east, but out here there's something, they're not frogs, but there's something that's really loud. I'm through rambling for tonight anyway. But anyway, this is just a bad case of nobody to talk to. That's what part of touring is. One more thing I thought of, I guess, on these mirrors. This is a Miracle mirror, but a lot of mirrors have this stem on here, and your bike can fall over and split that stem. If you can find the pieces and kind of hold it back together there, that too can be wrapped with your nylon thread, and it will last forever. So now we're turned around actually the next morning back towards town, and the bike trail becomes this concrete path here. And so everyone is staying to the right and passing on the left. That's what makes the other ridiculous bike trail confusing. I was on that bike trail back there, and I was in the process of passing another bicycle. The walk lane was over to my left. There were two walkers ready to pass each other at the same time. But the girl next to me that was walking had her back to me. The other guy was going the other way. They were in the walk lane. Just as I went to pass the bike, she decides to do the 6-foot thing from the other walker, steps right out in front of me with her back to me. I cycled way down the hill, probably a couple hundred feet today, 4 miles anyway, to do my laundry and go to Walmart. I'm in Pleasant Grove now. This is where I did my laundry. It's just a small little town. I used to feel like I was a million miles away from home out here. Now, I am home. Anywhere in the country, it seems like. It's about lunchtime. Here's a Taco Amigo. Full of cars. That's a good sign. Fresh peach shakes. I tried to keep going, but I just couldn't do it. I've stopped in the shade here. I'm headed back up the hill. The sun's up high, so there's no shade on either side of the road. But I'm going back up to Orem. I just had lunch back here. That milkshake had big chunks of, it was just full of chunks of peach. It was really good. It was made with like a vanilla ice cream.